Yo guys, and welcome to today's track guide. We are at Spa in Belgium and we'll be having a look at a lap with the Aston Martin. That was a 2:15.7. So, turn 1 is likely the trickiest part of it immediately, because you need to do some very advanced technique while braking and accelerating even more. So braking between 100 and the red. Opening of the fence basically. So you see that, can walk through, and we brake there, trail, and then we send it out with as straight as possible steering. That was obviously not optimal. You could go way more narrow and also be a bit on the throttle here yet. But you see, the steering needs to be straightened. As early as you can to make sure that everything gets the maximum grip and you get out with as high speed as possible. And that speed you want to use for Rouge and Radillon, I could imagine. Where we obviously don't lift, right? So we get here, full throttle. I need to say that is quite a lot of speed because it was extremely windy when I drove. Don't ask me how that happened, but it was like 30 kilometers or something. So we don't want to cut heavily over this, and we also don't want to hit that patch of grass here, because that will completely unsettle the car. In most cases at least. And as a consequence we go over that. Then do one slow but intensive steer to the right. Cut that curb a tiny bit, so we don't want to jump it, but we want to use it for rotation a little, if like not needed, but we can. And then get out here. Then we brake a bit before 100. With the most cars braking at 100 is fine, because they have less top speed and better brakes, so that is quite a rapid combination here. But we do brake somewhere around that area. Shift down to second gear in every car except for the BMW. Cut over that green. Cut over that green, so don't be shy, take it. To the left. One lift off the throttle, upshift for rotation and out. So you get here, you lift and do an upshift and send it for getting the most possible grip. And getting to the next corner, we have the perfect example for trail braking. That corner is like the most popular practice spot for everyone wanting to learn how to trail brake, how things work, and that is what we can see here. Because it is downhill and you don't want to run into the ABS a lot, means we have to do some really defined braking basically. See, second gear. Use that curb for rotation, double apex in a V shape basically. Out on the AstroTurf with some cars. You need to try if it's possible with your car for sure. And then send it over the green, use that for rotation again, and get out here as fast as possible. I, in that example, took the esports line from F1. You don't need to, it's like more of a gimmick, but you can. It's so it's not any bad basically. Then getting into the next corner, we do some trail braking again. Third gear, and then we slam the throttle somewhere at the apex. So we get here, third gear, don't throttle here. Keep steering solid. One input basically, and then floor it. For that corner, we brake somewhere right underneath or just a bit in front of the total energy sign. Get down to second. Some cars take it in third. Use that curve for rotation. Steer late. Use that curve for rotation and send it out. So once again a flowing corner basically with a motion. Curve for rotation. Throttle out. Throttle curve rotation out. And now we get into the last sector, which is, so to speak, the easiest one. For that corner we brake, no really reference point, maybe at the end of that barrier. We brake not too much because it is a bit bumpy here. Roll a little bit, throttle, and then don't shift to third gear here. That will, at least with the Aston, cause your rear to get a bit unfriendly, but with most cars it's likely possible. And that means we get on the throttle and use as much drag as possible. Don't go out too far, don't hit that grass because that will invalidate your lap, but you can get out a good bit basically. Go full throttle through this one, that is likely quite easy. And now we just have Blanchiment and bus stop to go. Yeah, well, Blanchiment is not in the need of any explanation, I think. Just send it. And in one motion into the target basically. That means we get here, brake a bit before the change of color of the road. Down to first gear obviously, take that curb, bit of throttle input. That is really important that you don't lose the rear. So a little bit of throttle and full throttle out. And that is a lap around Spa. And it was a 15.7.